Hello, Natalie here, interrupting from the future with my video there behind me. I had just uploaded it and was sending it off to my editor and realized it is blurry. The whole video is blurry and I was about to refilm it and realized that it's not going to be the same. And I realized that it's a really good preface to say that when you're doing something new without the help of someone who has done it for a long time, there are a lot of hiccups that happen, and that is what I am encountering in my YouTube journey. So don't do the same thing when it comes to podcasting. This might be an episode that you want to listen to on Spotify or Apple. The links are in the notes below, in the video description. See, I am so new to all this. The links to the episode are in the video description. If you want to just listen to the audio, it will be crisp. It will be beautiful because that is what we do. But podcasting and doing YouTube videos is something that's quite new to me. So I apologize for the very blurry video. I am literally on my way to the camera shop to figure this out so that it doesn't happen again. If you do want to watch, it's still great content. I really poured my heart out when it comes to podcasting, how you can podcast, how you can make money in podcasting, all those things. We've got some great things coming up, a 5-day challenge that's going to blow your socks away, that there's going to be thousands of dollars of giveaways. So listen, either watch on YouTube or just head on over to the podcast and maybe listen while doing some housework or driving around or whatever. Give yourself some background noise and hear all about podcasting for business. Thank you for understanding and I appreciate you. And if you are seeing this, can you just tell me in the comments below, because your YouTube comments seriously make my whole life and I want to know that you are watching this channel. So an emoji, a hello, please. Do I have to beg you? Do I have to beg you to interact with this content? Literally, please leave something down below so that I know who you are watching and supporting me. And I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Mwah! Welcome back to the Sick and Successful podcast. This is your host, Natalie Supas. I know you know that because you listen to the intro, but it just feels flowy when I say it. So welcome back. Today is an exciting episode. I am talking all about podcasting. If you were around a year ago, that's what we were talking about all summer, and I'm back at it and I want to talk to you about podcasting. So I started podcasting in November of 2019. It's now September of 2022. So 2019, 20, 21, 22. Holy macaroni. I'm coming up to, is that true? Is my math just really bad? I'm coming up to 4 years of podcasting. 2019 to 2020. 2020 to 2021, 21, 20 to 22. Okay, 3 years of podcasting. Of course, you know there were breaks in between when I went on maternity leave, etc. But it's been 3 years that I've been sitting down behind a mic and sharing my stories, sharing my thoughts to the microphone, and now most recently to the screen on YouTube. And honestly, it is such a passion of mine. I am putting this out there. I'm not saying I'm going to for sure do it, but it is my goal to put up 365 YouTube videos before taking a break. Ooh, I like setting hard goals, and I would like to stay on YouTube for a full year, which means the podcast is going to have podcasts as well. Before taking a break, I do batch create, so that doesn't mean I can't go on vacation, etc. But I want to stay consistent for a full year to see the results, because what happens as an entrepreneur is there's ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows. One episode can do really well, one can do not so well, and then it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Anyways, okay, so talking about podcasting, I'm going to jump into it and tell you that this episode is brought to you by the Ready, Set, Record program. This is a 6-week group coaching program where I teach you from A to Z how to podcast. You start with an idea, a concept, maybe some things created, and you end with a fully launched podcast with reviews on Apple, on Google. You have everything done for you, the cover art, etc. You know how to edit. You have everything ready to go. My amazing editor is going to be teaching you hands-on how she edits all of our clients' podcasts. It's going to be such a fun time. If that sounds cool, listen to this. We have a 5-day free challenge coming up for you in September. So you're going to be hearing this right before the challenge goes live. In this 5-day challenge, we are going to be going through so much. I should honestly charge. I'm not even lying. I should honestly charge for this challenge. There is going to be so much juicy information that even if you don't think you're going to join the 6 weeks program, you need to join the challenge, because we had over 200 people in our challenge last year, and literally they were raving about how phenomenal this challenge was, and the amount of information, you're not going to find it anywhere this quickly put together. So if you're interested, the link is in the show notes below. The link is in the description of the YouTube video. Head on over, find it. You are going to want to check this out, and it's free to sign up for the challenge. If you're interested in the 6-week program, sign up for the challenge anyway. We are giving away thousands of dollars worth of giveaways. You can get a scholarship to the program. Shh, I didn't tell you that. You can get literal sweatshirts, Bluetooth water bottles, workbooks, journals, pens, and like so many cool things. And you get so much information. If having a podcast has ever just been on your mind, you're going to want to join the challenge. So that's down below. Podcasting Like a Millionaire Challenge. Go check it out. And I would love to see you there. It's going to be hosted in a free Facebook community, so you can meet others who are podcasting as well. The 5-day challenge starts on September 19th, and it goes through till the 23rd of September. Every single day you can join. And if you can't show up live to the calls, recordings will be sent to you. So head on over, get registered, and we can't wait to see you there. So back to this episode. Why am I talking about podcasting today? Of course, it's because the challenge is coming up, but I wanted to tell you a little bit more about why I'm so passionate about coming here behind this mic, and how podcasting can really help you in business and can help you as someone who maybe identifies as someone who's sick or chronically ill or struggling with something. So yeah, it is really weird to get behind a microphone with now a camera sitting in my face and chat to people who aren't in the room. And it was a dream of mine for years and years before I met my co-host at the time. I really wanted a podcast called Sick and Successful. I had the concept, I had the idea, I wanted to do it, and I was scared to do it by myself. Because podcasting really does have a barrier to entry. If you've ever considered it, or if you know someone who does it, you'll know that it's not as easy as putting up a YouTube channel or opening up an Instagram page. You know, those things can get complicated in and of themselves. But when it comes to podcasting, there's audio equipment, there's editing, there's like editing to broadcasting standards and taking out different noises and creating social media content and marketing and launching and getting up on Apple and getting up on Google and creating cover art. And like, there's all these things you need to do that typically no one takes you through step by step, right? And so when I met my co-host at the time, it felt like a perfect fit. So we started in October, I believe. The month is a little blurry. I know we launched, I believe, in December of 2019, but in around that time frame, fall of 2019, we decided and we got going. And right as soon as I turned on that mic, I knew this was what I was meant to do. I knew I was meant to be here to talk about my experience as a chronically ill woman who identifies as successful, and to share with others things that I'm learning along the way, and to really just open up. And what I've learned through this process is that this microphone really becomes almost like a diary, and it becomes a way to connect with the audience in a way that you really can't do through any other social platform. So I urge all business owners to think about having a podcast. So any client of mine that I have that has been a one-on-one client, I always suggest starting a podcast. I mean, there are instances, maybe if you're selling like a product base, just one single product, maybe then a podcast wouldn't be ideal for you, but still then going on other people's podcasts is a great way to grow your business. And so many people get into this and think, okay, I'm going to start a podcast. How much money can I make? How much money can I make just like if I started a podcast tomorrow? And my answer to you is zero. Of course, you can make money with podcasting. We can talk about that more. We'll go into depth in the 5-day challenge, but you can make money podcasting. You can have people sponsor your episodes. You can have ads on your episodes. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can do. But overall, on a day-to-day basis, unless you're like one of the top podcasters, then you are not making much, if any, coin doing podcasting. I have never made a dime from creating this podcast, and let me tell you that I spend a lot of money making it. A lot. Like a lot. Every single episode that I make costs me a good amount of change. I have 2 editors. I have an editor who edits the audio. I have an editor who edits the video content. I have someone making the social media graphics. I have someone doing the captions and uploading the podcast itself, uploading the YouTube video itself, posting to my social media. So there's like a lot that goes on behind the scenes. I'm not saying that you need to do that. That can be all done by you, but it is like, it can be a full-time job. Literally, podcast management is a full-time job. Podcast editing is a full-time job, and that's what we do for our clients. But if you're doing a full-time job and getting paid 0 for 3 years, why would you do it? And here's why. Podcasting is growing faster than any other social platform or platform out there, and it is a way to connect with your audience in long-form content. You get to put your headphones on or turn your car stereo on or whatever way you're listening to me or watching me on YouTube, and you get to sit here with me like my little buddy, and like we can have a conversation, and you get to hear the inflection in my voice, and you get to be here when I'm sick and talking like a raspy old frog like a few episodes back, or you get to be here when I'm going through things in my life and like crying about my postpartum anxiety like a few episodes back. Was that the same episode? I think that was the same episode. But you get to be here when I'm high on life and excited about launching a new product like the podcast program. You get to be here through it all, and I get to share my heart with you. So not only is it a diary, but potential customers and potential clients get to understand who you are as a human being in a way that's not possible on any other platform. It's so intimate when you put those headphones on and you're going on a walk, that one moment in your day that you get some alone time and some free time and some self-care, or maybe you're in the bath, or maybe you're just relaxing on the couch and you decide to listen to someone's podcast. To me, that is like the most, I feel so much responsibility by giving content that really is valuable. And it is why I employ so many people to make this product the best that I can make it, because your ears are so important to me. I want you to have so much content that is valuable. And so as a business owner, the reason you would do this is because your potential client is going to put those headphones on. Your potential client is going to get into a car and listen to your voice and learn from you. Learn why you're the industry expert. Learn why you're so good at what you do. Fall in love with your personality. Want to be in your atmosphere. Want to be in your world. So many, actually, you know what? 90% of coaches that I have hired, I binge their podcasts. I binge their social media content, whatever it is. I don't even need a sales call because I want to be in their atmosphere. I want to learn from them. And that is what you can give your audience. So if you're selling high ticket coaching, if you're selling high ticket services, whatever it is that you're doing, and someone wants to invest in you, but there is nowhere that they can learn who you are, it's going to be much, much harder to sell to them than if you were to turn on a microphone, get your voice out into the world, share your beliefs, share your thoughts, give away information to your audience, teach your audience, be there with them on a day-to-day basis or a week-to-week basis so they can see the value you can provide over a microphone for free. What could you give me one-on-one coaching? I try to give as much to you here through this microphone, but when I sit with my clients in group programs or one-on-one, they get literally everything in my brain that has brought me here today. I'm an open book, and I am going to teach you every single thing I know when I work with you. And so I want that to come across on a microphone. What is that thing for you? What do you wish your ideal client would know about you or your industry? What do you wish you could just tell every single person hoping to purchase from you, thinking about purchasing from you, or someone who's never even come across you before? How would you like them to perceive you? Is there things that you know that you can't really come across on, or you can't really explain on Instagram or through short form video content? It's really hard. People are scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So if someone decides to come on your podcast and binge a 30-minute episode, y'all, you are a part of their world. You're a friend of theirs. It's so many times, this happens to me so many times where someone will be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I love you're got this going on in your family and your business is this and I'm like, how do you know that? And I honestly truly forget that like I share my whole life with you. and that you as a listener become a friend, right? Even though I don't even know that you're listening. I don't even know that you listen every week, or maybe I do because you share in my DMs below. By the way, send me a message on Instagram if you listen to this podcast, because I would love to know who you are, and I would love to send you a really special gift. That was out of nowhere, but I will send you one of those prizes I talked about the 5-day challenge, if you send me a DM on Instagram saying that you listened to this episode. Seriously, all you have to do is say, hey, I listened to the episode. You said you were going to send a gift. First 2 people who send me that message, I will send you a gift. Maybe even more if I feel generous that day. So yeah, just send me a message. Anyways, beyond that, I want you to know that podcasting has truly become a core part of my business, and I can't even tell you how many sales it's given us. It really is that soft pipeline where when someone's interested, they listen to this episode, or not this episode, but they listen to this podcast, they get to know who I am, they book a sales call, and it goes from there. It is so valuable to my company just because I don't have bajillion ads on here all the time making me millions of dollars. I do that because I honestly, if I was to have an ad on this podcast, it would be a company that I've been using for years or that I've used for a really long time, truly believe in, and I think would benefit you. Otherwise, this is my place. This is my diary. This is my journal. And this is where I get to give back value to my clientele or my potential clients and just have fun. And it could do that same thing for you. So if this sounded interesting, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we're going to chat about in the 5-day challenge so that you have an idea of how much value that challenge is going to give. And then check out the show notes below or the description below in the YouTube video and make sure you join. Again, it's free and you will get the recordings. Okay, so day 1, we're going to talk about everybody's favorite thing, which is niching down your target audience, how you're going to find them, where you're going to find them, and how to bring that all in when it comes to podcasting. Sometimes people are really scared to talk about niching, however you say it. I don't know. Tell me in the comments below of the YouTube video, do you say niching or niching? I say niching. But anyways, niching down is the focus of day 1. It's going to be a heated conversation. We might even have some hot seats. So you're going to want to make sure you join live that day if you can. We're going to give you a tiny little piece of homework. Don't worry, you've probably already done it before. And the winner of the first day's homework is going to get a Bluetooth water bottle. Seriously, it's so cool. You can take your water bottle and go listen on the beach. It's the coolest thing ever. Trust me. Day 2, we're going to jump right into getting hype about launching. We're going to talk about the different ways that you can launch, how to launch a podcast, what's the importance of launching a podcast, how to get noticed, how to get out there and to get people actually listening to your podcast right off the bat. On day 2, we're going to have a little piece of homework for you. Again, honestly, the homework takes 5 minutes, but it does get you involved in the challenge, and we all kind of get to communicate and be a community together. And the giveaway for that is going to be a different SNS podcasting water bottle, as well as a goals workbook. It is a hardcover goals workbook. It is the coolest thing ever. It's really helped me get closer to my goals, so I want to gift that to you. Day 3, we're going to speak about speaking. I know it sounds silly, but there are so many things that you can do to improve the quality of your podcast, to speak better. Is that even a word? To get your voice across, to prepare yourself to be a professional podcaster instead of someone who turns on the mic, mumbles a little bit, doesn't know what they're talking about. The quality of the audio is really horrible and people turn off and never listen to your podcast again. So we're going to talk about speaking and how to actually be a successful speaker. There's homework for day 3. Yes, there is. There's a little bit of homework. Again, very quick. The giveaway for day 3's homework is a scholarship for Ready, Set, Record. It is a scholarship worth $997. You get the whole program. You get to join us for free. So you're going to want to make sure you join live when we're giving that away on day 4 because it is a huge giveaway. If you're not live, it's still yours. Make sure you just join and enter and be a part of the community. But yeah, if you're a part of this 5-day challenge, you can win a spot to Ready, Set, Record for yourself and get a podcast set up for free. So you're going to want to be a part of this challenge. Day 4 is my favorite. We talk about consistency, mindset, and abundance. Abundance, flow, consistency, having the 2 very masculine hustle mentality and very feminine flow, mixture when it comes to podcasting is key to being a to being a successful podcaster. You can leave that in, Anastasia. I make mistakes, you guys, but that's why I have an editor. But yeah, anyways, consistency, abundance, how those two mix together, how you can use them in podcasting to be successful and to get past the podcast demise that usually happens after 8 episodes. Most podcasts, I think it's 80% of podcasts that get started die after 8 episodes. I don't want that to be you. So on day 4, we're going to talk about how that can be not you. And after day 4's homework, you will win a SNS podcasting sweater. It's a big, comfy, super high quality sweater. So that could be yours. On day 5, we're going to get into social monetization. So monetizing your podcast, how you can monetize your business when it comes to podcasting, how you can use your podcast to make money, the different ways you can actually monetize it and or use it to make money in your business. Like I mentioned, I don't have ads on my podcast, but my podcasts made me thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we're going to talk all about that and how you can use social media to intertwine in all of that as well. So this is a high quality 5-day challenge. You would have to pay a lot of money to get this in a course, probably more than the cost of the course itself. So make sure you hit the links down below to join us, and I can't wait to see you there. And I forgot to tell you, the gift for day 5's homework is going to be a guest spot on the Sick and Successful podcast, and you're going to have the availability to have me, Natalie Supez, on your podcast as well when it is ready to go. So that is it. That's the 5-day challenge. I cannot wait to see you there. You have no idea. I just want you to join. Please join, have fun, party with us, get some free gifts, head on over, and I can't wait to see you there. Thank you. Thank you for listening. You mean the absolute world to me. Remember, dream big. It's possible for you, and the next version of success is around the corner. And I think it starts with your podcast. Bye. Mwah.